I'm going to show you some really simple steps to whipping the cream. Now there's two ways we whip the cream. We call it semi-whipped, where we partially whip the cream so it has some body but it still collapses. And then we fully whip the cream, in which we use it in applications for piping and finishing desserts. So firstly, you need to ensure that your cream is completely chilled and cold before you start whipping it to avoid it separating and turning into butter. As well, you can chill your bowl, which will help give you a nicer finish to your cream. So I'm just going to put the bowl on, put in the whisk attachment. You can whisk cream by hand, but it does make it quite easy when you can do it on a mixer. Pour the cream in before you start the whisk going. Start it on a slower speed first so you don't get splashed with cream, and then gradually increase the speed. Firstly, I'm going to show you a semi-whipped consistency, and then we'll take it to a fully whipped consistency. If you by some chance over whip your cream, you step away from it. A way to bring it back, if it hasn't gone too far, it's just a little bit over whipped, is to add a little bit of extra chilled cream to it to bring it back together. Gradually increase the speed as it starts to thicken. I always tend to use for my recipes a 35% fat cream, and then I've got consistency throughout every recipe that I create. So this is a semi-whipped consistency. I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you can see that it has some body in it, so we've incorporated quite a bit of air, but it still collapses. So we often use semi-whipped cream mixtures when we're folding it through mousses and things like that to give us some aeration without using completely liquid cream. So you can see that we've got some really nice texture there, but certainly not firm enough to pipe. So now I'm going to fully whip it to show you the texture that we're looking for. So this is a fully whipped texture. So this is perfect for piping or spreading on cakes and desserts. So it's actually holding. So when we actually pick it up or when we pipe it, it's going to hold completely without collapsing. You have to be very careful at this stage that you don't over whip it. If it starts to go a bit granular, it does mean that you've over whipped it. So to bring it back together, you can just fold through gently by hand with a spatula some cold liquid cream to bring it back together. Those are some very easy tips on how to whip cream.